Kardec Radio presents a Spiritist novel adapted from the book 50 Years Later by the Spirit Emmanuel, psychographed by Chico Xavier. Part 7. Alba Lucinia's heart had already been through too much. After Heteria's revelation, it was just too much to bear. She died of a broken heart. After her funeral, Helvidius Lucius was left with something heavier than grief: regret. He set out across Italy, determined to find his daughter Celia and ask for her forgiveness. A year passed, no sign of her. Then, back in Rome, he heard whispers of a healer, Brother Marinus, who restored hope to the broken. The rumors pointed to Egypt. Helvidius followed. Far from Rome, near Alexandria, Celia, now known as Brother Marinus, had built a quiet sanctuary of healing. She turned all her pain, all her memories into acts of kindness. Most monks looked to her for guidance. Only Epiphanius kept quiet, watching from a distance. Brunehilde's abandoned child had brought her comfort for a few short years, but he too was gone. Deep down, she knew it had been Ciro, reborn. So she turned to the spirit of her grandfather, Neo Lucius, who was always nearby.
Grandfather, why did Ciro's lives have to be so short?
In a past life, dear child, he was a cruel tyrant who took his own life. This time, he was given a chance to change, to love, and to heal.
Then one morning, dozens arrived seeking help. Among them, an older man stepped out of a litter. It was Helvidius Lucius. He stared at Brother Marinus. That voice, those eyes. Something in that stranger reminded him of his daughter. As the crowd thinned, Celia looked up and froze. She recognized him, her father.
I've come a long way. I was hoping to find some peace. But it's already late. I didn't mean to intrude.
Her heart was pounding, but her voice stayed calm.
You're not intruding. You can spend the night in my humble home, if you'd like.
Thank you. I'm really tired. I could really use the rest.
That evening, father and daughter talked like no time had passed. Helvidius opened his heart, not knowing he was in front of his daughter.
I was a terrible father, cruel, controlling. I committed a grave mistake. I looked for her, to ask for forgiveness, but I never found her.
Celia's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to tell him, "I'm right here." But something held her back.
We all commit mistakes. What matters is what we do next. Maybe your daughter's gone, but there are people right now who need your love. Children, the sick, the forgotten. Jesus taught us to love one another as brothers and sisters.
But how do you keep going?
Easy. The answer is love. I love the land. I love the people. And that's enough.
Helvidius stayed 3 days, and when he left, he wasn't the same man. Back in Naples, he met with his daughter Helvidia and her husband.
I'm giving away most of what I own. A third goes to you. The rest, I'll use to help people.
Back in Rome, he freed his slaves. He worked the fields. He helped the poor. People began to admire him for his kindness, not his power. But a year later, his health faded, and one final wish remained.
I want to see Brother Marinus one last time.
He crossed the sea again, frail but focused. At the monastery, Brother Marinus, Celia, was fading too. Their reunion was deeply emotional. She helped him get comfortable.
Oh, Brother Marinus, I tried. I gave what I could. Freed those I wronged. But I never found my daughter. I never told her I was sorry. I wanted to come back and die here, with you.
In that moment, Brother Marinus chose to grant her father's final wish, to finally tell him the truth.
Your daughter, she's here.
He stared at her confused. She disappeared and came back moments later, hair loose, her old dress on, and the same necklace she wore the day he banished her. Joy hit him so hard he couldn't speak. Through tears he looked at her, full of love, full of everything he'd never said. Then, quietly, he took his last breath. After her father's death, Celia's health got worse. Epiphanius moved her back into the monastery, but nothing helped, and soon he knew the end was near.
Is there anything you'd like? A last wish?
She nodded. A few minutes later, the children from the school she had built quietly entered the room and began to sing her favorite song. As the final note echoed, she smiled and saw them. Her parents, her grandfather, Nestorio, and finally Ciro, waiting for her. After her death, the monks prepared the funeral, still believing Brother Marinus was just a humble healer. Only then did they discover the truth. The brother of the poor had been a Christian woman all along, a soul of deep faith and quiet strength, and a saint in their midst. In the spirit world, each soul faced the results of their own choices. Celia rose to a higher realm, where she was asked to watch over those she had loved. The others remained closer to earth, still learning, still healing. Then one day, a guiding spirit brought the whole group together to plan their return. A new chance to live, learn, and forgive. In that quiet space, decisions were made. Neo Lucius turned to Claudia Sabina.
You'll be my daughter in the next life.
Julius Spinter embraced Fabius and Solano, promising to help them. Helvidius and Alba Lucinia looked at Lollius Urbicus and said,
This time, you'll be our son.
As the meeting ended, the mentor asked one final question.
Have you truly forgiven?
Silence prevailed. It's never easy to let go of the past. Then a soft light appeared. Above them stood Celia, radiant and full of peace. Her love touched them all. And just like that, they found the strength, the courage. Together they began their journey back to Earth, ready to try again. "50 years later. By the Spirit Emmanuel. Psychographed by Chico Xavier.